Teachers all across America have gone increasingly tired of dealing with this new generation of children, all their shortcomings, and they're tired of the school system that enables the children to behave this way. All across the nation, we've seen teachers fed up and sick and resigning from teaching en masse. It's very alarming. The future of the nation's educators is in a lot of danger. And quite frankly, I don't really blame them. I mean, if what they're saying is true, about how the kids can't do math, they can't read, and they don't listen. I mean, they're already underpaid. Why would they put up with that? I mean, it's very alarming. Let's get into some of the things that they're saying online.
Between the students doing too much and administration not doing enough, I am tired. I am underpaid and overworked. I just can't. I cannot.
Teachers do not get paid enough. We all know this. They want you to be soft with kids. They want to let kids run the school. They don't want you giving any harsh consequences, and there needs to be discipline in schools, and honestly, a lot of schools have moved away from discipline. I'm all for positive reinforcement. I'm all for incentivizing students, but I'm also for making a kid right. I will not disrespect my teacher until their hand feels like they're gonna break. I'm also for locking a kid out of the classroom if he or she is distracting everyone else from learning.
Well, I did it. I sent my resignation email. I am no longer an art teacher. My dream job, the job I love. I love to do it more than anything, and I can't do it because I'm burnt out.
Wow.
Because my nervous system is dysregulated, because I'm losing my mind.
I'm a high school teacher. It is 4 weeks into the school year with students, and I am at my limit already. I am at my limit with being talked to and demanded at so disrespectfully, interrupted constantly, repeating myself countless times. This year feels worse than the last 5 years I've taught. This is bad. This year is not good. It's not good. We are struggling, and not a lot of us are gonna last if this continues, because I think there's a reckoning of teachers realizing I actually don't deserve to be treated like and then every day wipe that slate clean and start on over as if it didn't happen. I teach high schoolers. I see it from videos of elementary school teachers and middle school teachers. I don't know when, as a society, we're gonna wake up and say, our system is failing. Our students don't have basic respect or human decency. Teachers are done.
These behaviors in the elementary school setting are so unhinged. I was never prepared for these behaviors. I'm not talking about the work refusal students or the ones that'll just sit at their desk and not do anything or participate. I'm talking about the student that's going to literally grab the pencil sharpener and throw it at the door without any hesitation at all. Okay, these behaviors are not just at my district. They are all over. I am not talking about special education classrooms only. I'm talking about general education classrooms. I go into those classrooms and I pull my special education kids, and the behaviors that are being demonstrated right in front of me with another adult in the room, these kids are so unfazed. They do not care that you are watching them. And then you call the parent and let them know the behavior that their child had today, and they tell me that the child's never even told them no at home and they're an angel. You're telling me that that child just threw a desk and they've never told you no, and they are complete angels at home? This is why we have so many burnt out teachers leaving teaching, because of the behaviors in the classroom.
Wow, guys. As you can see, teachers are fed up across the nation. It's not even just high school. It's not just middle school. That was an elementary school special education teacher. So it's at all levels of schooling. At all levels, it's at all levels, and it's alarming, because this is the future of our nation, and these are the people who are going to go on and be in society. And we can't even trust them to learn as adolescents in school adequately and behave to the point where teachers are fed up with the system and they're just walking away. It's very concerning. And now we're starting to get a little insight into why that Houston teacher was crying. Just take a look at this right here. 4,000 teachers have quit in Houston ISD. It says they have systemic pressure and burnout, and they cite overwhelming administrative demands, excessive documentation, lack of support, and feeling disrespected as core reasons for walking away. Former teachers warned that losing experienced educators leaves students without long-term mentors and damages the stability required for quality classroom learning. This is in Houston, guys. As I told you before, this is one of the largest independent school districts in the nation, and 1 in 3 teachers are leaving. Wow. It's very scary stuff. Now we understand why that teacher was crying. Full stop. We fully understand. We've seen the look into what's going on. Teachers are fed up with this crap. It's very sad. Teachers are quitting at massive levels we've never seen before, and our youth is doomed. And From some of those accounts, it sounds like the parents are allowing this to happen, because there's no way that these parents don't know that their kids are bad. There's no way that you're a good kid all the time at home and your parents don't know you're bad. So for them to come and play dumb, oh, my little Jimmy's not bad, my little Billy's not bad, it's doing a disservice. Because I know if my parents got called at school, I'm getting that belt on that ass. But hey, we're living in a woke generation. It's now a child abuse to spank your children. It's now child abuse to discipline your children. Let's look at some more commentary and look at where this is going.
Okay, let's talk about it real quick. Let's make it make sense. I'm not sure why the video of the teacher crying went viral. Maybe because it was a male teacher crying and expressing his feelings, but he's telling y'all the same thing teachers have been trying to tell y'all for the last decade. That these kids cannot read, they cannot write, they cannot spell, they cannot tell time, they cannot do math, they cannot do science, they cannot do history. Matter of fact, I straight up told you that these kids don't know nothing. And y'all got mad at me. Maybe I wasn't clear when I said that these kids don't know nothing. They don't know their middle names. They don't know their last name. They don't know their home address. They don't know how to address an envelope. They do not know phone numbers by heart no more. And one time I asked kids if they were in trouble and they had no other number to call, who would they call? And not one kid said 911. They cannot write a complete sentence. They don't know what a subject is. They don't know what a verb is.
Wow.
And don't get me started on a predicate. You can give students the plot, you can give students the setting, you can give students the characters, you can give students the beginning and the end, and all they gotta give you is the middle, and they still can't do it by themselves. You can ask them what a verb is, what a noun is, what a proper noun is, and they cannot tell you. And we are not talking about elementary kids. We are talking about middle school students. We are talking about high school students. We are talking about students on full college rides. College professors, y'all okay? That's why teachers don't want to teach. It goes against their morals. It goes against everything that they believe. They don't want to pass kids along who can't do nothing.
Wow.
It's going to affect society. And everybody's going to blame teachers. But they got on designer. They got on $200 shoes, though. They look good. And it's not just black kids. It's all the kids. It's private school, charter school, public school, everything. Make it make sense.
I literally broke down in the middle of class because I'm teaching seniors. These kids are leaving high school and going to college, hopefully. We had 2 paragraphs to read, 1 sentence complete to write. I gave them the sentence stems. I basically completed the sentence for them in the model, and they couldn't fill in 4 words. 4 words.
Keep in mind, guys, that guy crying in that video was an elective school teacher. He's not even a core teacher. So imagine the anger that the teachers who are teaching core subjects feel. You see, this woman in this video is fully fed up. She's sick. She is sick. She had a lot of passion in what she had to say. And I completely agree with what she's saying. This is going to affect society. It's against the teacher's morals to pass forward a student who is stupid. He cannot do work. It's inadequate. It's scary. It's a shame. It's crazy. These are the times we're living in, guys. These are the times we're living in. But not only is it against their morals, take a look at this, guys. There are teachers alleging that their school district is forcing them to pass students. Take a listen.
And we spend 40 hours a week with these students, so we know them better than the district and those fake numbers. Please stop undermining our professional decisions, because honestly, it's breaking the efficiency and it's giving HOA quality.
A teacher of the year with Metro Schools is speaking out to News 2, explaining why she resigned. Welcome into News 4. I'm Kendall Ashmit.
And I'm Tori Gessner. Samira Hardcastle graduated from Metro Schools, then taught for them for 8 years. Here's News 2's Alexia Chiropoulos with more.
I was teacher of the year at John F. Kennedy Middle School in Antioch. What you have in front of you right now is my resignation letter.
Former Metro District school teacher Samira Hardcastle taught for nearly a decade.
I love making a difference.
But over the years, her concerns grew, which she says led to her quitting in May.
It became where I really wasn't even teaching anymore.
She walked me through the major reasons why. The first related to
district leaders asked me to fabricate grades for a parent who sat in the office for hours until her daughter's failing grades were changed. The kids don't put in the work, they get the grade they earned. And the parents would come and complain and argue and say that I didn't do something correctly. And so then when the district gets involved, they just side with the parent to shut them up.
I reached out to Metro schools for comments. Specifically regarding grading, they say in part, quote, there was no written school-wide policy at the time that prohibited the student from being given an opportunity to complete the work. After the work was submitted, the principal independently reviewed the assignment and determined the score it earned. The principal did not select a score for the purpose of producing a particular final course grade, end quote. But grading was just the tip of the iceberg.
Maybe 7 or 8 of those kids out of each class are large behavior issues.
She says protocol for student discipline meant calling parents first.
Parents will cuss you out. You write them up. You're not allowed to fully document the write-up because it will look bad on the school. We're forced to keep them in our classroom.
To that, MMPS tells me in part, quote, we have no evidence that this allegation has been substantiated at JFK Middle School or district-wide. MNPS has established disciplinary processes and procedures that outline appropriate interventions and responses to student behavior, end quote. She also says hundreds of dollars from her paychecks went missing.
Like $500.
Whoa.
It set me behind on my mortgage, and then, I'm wondering why, and they sent out that email saying that it was to pay other employees. That's unacceptable.
That's unacceptable.
To that, in part, quote, we reviewed the former employees' payroll records and found no evidence that MNPS withheld or took back pay in order to pay other employees. It is possible the concern relates to required tax withholdings from a state-funded teacher bonus, end quote. During the Metro meeting, this was the board's response.
Thank you. The time.
Okay.
But you can.
Okay, let's take a look at this board. Okay, and we've got woman, 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 woman. Then we have this guy. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm not going to say anything. No comment.
Because why? I mean, they're not going to respond, or if they do, it'll be some fake email that their PR team sends out, and I'm just not interested.
Now, since her social media post has gone viral, the majority of Metro District teachers that she's heard from say they have the same concerns. She hopes parents across Nashville start asking questions. To read the full statements from school district leaders, visit our website, WKRN.com. Tori.
Thanks, Alexia.
Wow. Teachers are being messed up. They're mad. The school districts are forcing them to change failing grades. What's this right here? This is the same teacher. So as you can see, the school district administrators are complicit in the problems that these teachers are facing. The teachers are now being directed to change failing grades. They're being directed to forcefully push these students forward while it's at their own demise. They're losing money. They're being penalized by the district for not doing it. They're cursed out by the parents of the students while being mistreated, overworked, and underpaid. Yes. Can we blame the teachers for having burnout? For being sick of this, for wanting something else? The public school system in America is failing, and the future of America is in trouble. I talk about this all the time, that I don't believe that Americans are dumb and that they don't want to work and that the opportunities that are there that they don't want. I don't believe that. But I'm almost, if this continues, I'll almost be forced to believe that because the youth is failing. Let's take a look. Former teachers allege the grade is changing to improve the overall grading performance in Metro Nashville schools. Deanna Willis is suing the district for suspension. Hardcastle, who we just saw, left teaching entirely, and the school district has not agreed to an on-camera interview. Well, that's an admission of guilt if I've ever saw it. It was an admission of guilt when they said, well, this could be the reason. It's an admission of guilt when she said, I lost $500 in my paycheck, and the school district said, well, this could be because of a bonus. No, you'd know if there was a bonus. This is very scary stuff, guys. This is the future of our nation. This is the future of our nation.
District leaders asked me to fabricate grades.
Good evening, everyone. Yeah, you just heard it there. A recent teacher of the year in Metro schools saying the district instructed her to fabricate a failing grade for a student. She made that claim this week before the school board.
A WSMV4 investigation found both she and another former Metro teacher say district administrators told them to change the grades of students.
Even though these teachers say the students failed a class or an assignment. Now, we obtained internal emails and documents that lay out their concerns in this making the grade investigation.
Oh, wow.
The second floor of her condo is where Samira Hardcastle is starting over.
This is my art studio, and
Oh, wow.
I usually paint people.
After 8 years
Oh,
of
wow.
teaching art in Metro schools, including being named
Oh,
the
wow.
2025-2026 Teacher of the Year at John F. Kennedy Middle School, she decided to end her career.
I put in my resignation in May.
The reason? Spelled out in her resignation letter. Fabricating grades at the direction, she says, of district administrators.
Wow.
And they just want me to shut up and go along with the game that they're playing, and I'm not.
Hardcastle is now the second former Metro teacher who alleges in emails and resignation letters that administrators directed them to change failing grades. Hardcastle believes it's for one reason.
It makes our scores look better. I mean, as a district, it makes things look better.
In Hardcastle's case, she says a student failed to complete an art project, so she gave the student a failing grade on the assignment. She says the student's parent then tried to intervene. The dispute reached the district level, in which Hardcastle says 3 administrators met with the parent and decided Hardcastle hadn't provided the proper rubric for the assignment.
So they all came to the conclusion that I had to change her grade. I did not change her grade, they did. I refused.
Emails
Wow.
obtained by WSMV4 Investigates show former John Overton High School math teacher Diana Wills also fought back against changing failing grades, writing, "What is being done is unethical and could very well be interpreted as illegal." The emails show that administrators wrote Wills had failed students, but had not alerted their parents to their failing grades as required by district policy, and that because of it, she needed to pass the students, giving them a D. Wills fired back, saying one student was told many times to make up the exams and never did, and that she was out on medical leave for much of one semester, and asking, when was I supposed to be contacting parents? Writing, quote, "You can cook the books to have the data look the way you need it to." For 3 days, WSMV4 Investigates has been asking Metro schools for an interview. Instead, we received emails. The district spokesman writing in Will's case, there was a difference of opinion on district policies, and the grade changes did, quote, "not meaningfully affect the student's final outcome in those courses." In response to Hardcastle's complaints, the spokesman wrote her claim does not fully reflect what occurred. As for the incomplete art project, there was no written school-wide policy at the time that prohibited the student from being given an opportunity to complete the work.
Okay.
So the student finished the project.
Let's see what's
and got
going
the
on
grade.
here.
After speaking with WSMV4 Investigates, Hardcastle then went before the school board Tuesday night, publicly making her claims about changing failing grades.
It creates false entitlement. What happens when these kids lie, cheat, and cry their way through school and end up as future doctors, police, or politicians?
If they make it that far.
Samira Hardcastle says she has
If
now
they make
left
it that
the
far.
teaching profession entirely. Before she quit, she was given a disciplinary action accused of unprofessional communication with another parent and student. Now we asked Diana Wills for an interview, but she is now suing the district for suspending her, and her attorney declined our request.
As they
Jeremy,
should.
I think a lot of parents watching this maybe.
This is the future of America. This is where our youth is heading. And based on what I saw in that video, based on what I heard, it sounds like the teachers are being forced to pass the students. The students are then exploiting the rubric or the district rules, or I won't even say the students are doing it. I think that the parents are going to the school district, and the school district is using the rules, the policies against the teachers in favor of the students. as the teacher Hardcastle said, so the school can look better rather than having a school district that's failing students rightfully. They're trying to inflate it, make it look like they're better than they are. And it's a shame because now the teachers get all the flack and the school district will side with the parents over their own faculty. Of course, the teachers are burnt out. It's like that woman in her car said, it goes against their morals to pass these students. We're seeing that in real time. We're seeing that unfold right before our face because these two teachers walked away from it, walked away from their passion because it's not in their favor. It's unfair to them. And quite frankly, it's wrong. It's wrong to pass a student if they're failing. But these are the effects of No Child Left Behind, guys. These are the effects of constantly coddling people's emotions. These are the effects of participation trophies. These are the effects of there are no losers. This is why the youth, it likes socialism. Socialism, everybody gets to win. Yay, no. I'm sorry, guys. In life, there's winners and there's losers. And the earlier you learn that in life, the better off you will be. And they're taking that away. So now our youth is failing, our country is in jeopardy, and everything's looking ugly, guys. It's bad. We're losing teachers, and it's bad that the kids coming up are dumb, and they're being allowed to advance anyways. But hey, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll be back with some more content.